Derrick Lewis has called out Tom Aspinall. Now, it was in a Derrick way, which is playful and entertaining. Derrick's getting ready. Fight this weekend. He's doing some press. And he said, yeah, Tom and I need to fight. He said, I'll go out, stand right in front of him. And, okay, look, I get that regardless of how good Derrick looks this weekend, Derrick does not become number one contender. But there's still a point to all of this. And I appreciated Derrick bringing it up. The point is, something is going on with Tom. Now, I firmly believe that Tom knows what it is. I believe that because Tom told me, I know what's next. I can't announce my fight. The only thing I will give you for the sake of sufficing this interview is it's not Jon Jones. I added some words there, but I'm trying to give you a synopsis. And then it comes out like 10 days later. It's not Jon Jones. And I look back at that interview with Tom and I'm going, wait a minute. I thought he was playing. But now that this happened, was it coincidence? Maybe. But I'm still forced to look back at that interview and go, well, I guess I got to believe everything he said in it. So I do believe that Tom knows what's next. But I have a different conspiracy theory, quite frankly. I believe Tom was booked against Surreal. And I believe that you, the fan, has splashed some cold water in the face of that idea. And while I don't know that phone calls were actually made to Tom and Surreal going, hey, wait a minute, hey, stop. While I don't actually know that, I do believe that that is a strong possibility. And and you got to understand the term knee-jerk reaction. If they were to turn to Surreal right when they find out that Jon Jones is done, he's leaving the pool, he's leaving the sport, he's leaving the championship. If in fact, what I believe to be true and what Tom told me was true, that Tom was booked. Right, in the war room, they got Tom, they got him, I believe it's going to be Madison Square Garden. Purely guessing on that, but I believe it's going to be November. I believe it's going to be Madison Square Garden. I believe it's going to be Tom at the top of the bill. And in the event that you just got some very surprising news, that is the time, if there was ever to be a time, that you're going to have a knee-jerk reaction. And you're going to attempt to fill that spot, which I believe is the only way that you would go to Surreal. And you then have Alex Pereira, who interest-wise is roughly, literally 3 times the business as Tom versus Surreal. But that doesn't mean that that's where you go. In fact, I speculated on this to you guys, and I got a phone call about it. I got a phone call saying, hey, it's not announced, but Pereira is going to fight Ankalaev in October. So your speculation of Pereira versus Tom would be wrong. But we also over here at Bad Guy Inc. have speculated that Tom's going to fight Surreal. So I'm only suggesting for you that in the absence of an announcement of either one of those pay-per-view main events, there is room for, hey, our minds have changed. We're going to do something else. And Derrick strengthened my resolve in that bizarre open-ended conspiracy that I just laid out for you. He strengthened my resolve because you kids on the internet greatly supported Derrick's idea. I started getting text messages about Derrick, if he wins, is going to fight Tom. We know because we read this in an interview posted on Bloody Elbow. Like, I didn't get any of those about Surreal. I'm only saying something is going on at heavyweight. I predict for you, there is a change of plans. I predict that for you. But it's not as obvious as you might think, because to add to this whole tale, you're then armed with the information that Jon Jones re-entered the testing pool. So what do you do with all that? If you're a detective, I don't think that you have any great evidence. I think that you have to guess. But I am confident. What does that mean? I'd bet on it. Pretty sure I'm right. That Tom was informed that he's going to be fighting Surreal. I also have a belief that idea is being revisited. For now, I will leave you with that.